What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Tas, 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 tas. Lefty Gunplay is like, oh shit. Tas. We get it in, right? But before we get it in, let's hit that left. I was about to say, let's hit that left and that right. Let's hit that crazy, spooky, hilarious. Let's hit that notification. Put your bell on also. That way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. I appreciate the support and I'm very humbled by it. So some breaking news, right? Hey, they told you about Texas, Lefty, right? Everything's bigger in Texas, especially the sentences. Lefty Gunplay gets arrested in El Paso, Texas, right? Franklin Scott Holiday is what the booking sheet says. You know, he got caught up over the weekend. He got arrested. Is it a big deal? Probably not. Probably not. Is he going to do some time over it? Probably not. He's going to get a whole slap on his wrist. But this is the reason why everything you say can come back and bite you in the asshole, right? Literally, they put a tooth up in there and snag you. Ask Wes Watson. He'll tell you. But you know what stood out to me the most on this booking sheet for Franklin Scott Holiday, Lefty Gunplay, was they actually got him for introducing contraband into an institution or correctional facility, meaning he had something on him. He had something that was prohibited when he got arrested. Now, he got pulled over, was caught with whatever, various items in his car, no seatbelt, whatever, knick-knack, paddywhack, misdemeanor bullshit. But whatever he did was enough for them to take him, to book him in. They were probably going to book and release him. And upon past search, upon being introduced into that facility, he got caught with something on him he wasn't supposed to have. Now, I don't know if it was dope or money or anything. You know, once you cross that threshold, they ask you, do you have anything in your pockets? Is there anything we should know about? And if you say no, then you're liable for that. So that's one of the charges. Now, one of the charges is a $25,000 bail. The other was a $10,000 bail for a big old whopping 35 racks. That's crazy. 30 more thousand than Wes Watson's bail was for a straight up assault. Wow. It goes to show you, man, money buys you love. But Lefty Gunplay gets arrested, and what is he doing in El Paso, Texas? Probably some promotional tour. Probably something that's crazy because you got this dude Juan Gotti running around talking about, hey, he can't come to Houston. He can't come to Texas. Well, he was all up in Texas. Now he's in the Texas correctional facilities, right? Now, I'm sure Lefty Gunplay has subsequently bailed out. You know, when you're part of a music corporation, he's part of OTR Records, I'm sure they bailed him out immediately. You can't have your fucking golden goose sitting there laying eggs, right? So he was probably bailed out. But this is a perfect example of little by little throwing your career away. Now, we know Lefty Gunplay, man, he's pretty known now. You know, ever since those 4 words on Kendrick Lamar's album, the crazy, spooky, sneaky, fucking do a shot of scante, hilarious, everybody knows who Lefty Gunplay is. Is he a household name? No, he's not Hulk Hogan, brother. But he's definitely known, right, throughout the industry of hip-hop. And, you know, you get caught, and this shit happens all the time. It's not like he's doing something differently than any other rock star or hip-hop head is not doing. You know, people are smoking, they're yoking with 4 doors open. They're doing what they do. But the thing is, when you make yourself a target, when you have a criminal record, when your whole shtick, your whole caricature is that you're a world's famous gangbanger, gang member, they're going to start targeting you. Now, I'm not saying that this is what this was. This was just him simply getting pulled over. Now, I don't know if he was with other people when it happened, but as you can see by the thumbnail, you know, Lefty Gunplay did get booked in. He was wearing some crazy, spooky, hilarious shorts. And, you know, that's just the way it goes. Now, how does it fuck up what he's got going on? Well, I mean, whatever engagement he had that day, I'm sure got put on the back burner because you got to go get fingerprinted. And it's nothing new. Lefty Gunplay's been through this. You know, but anyone who's done a nice chunk of time, which Lefty Gunplay has in Pelican Bay or wherever he did it, you know, nowadays, and I told people this, nowadays going to county jail hits different. It hits different. You know, I don't give a fuck if you were in high power with Tory Lanez. It hits different now because now you got so much going on. Now you had a taste for good pussy. You had a taste, or chorra, if that's what you like, right? You had a taste for good food, you know, the movement, moving around, just expensive clothing, expensive taste, expensive jewelry. And now you got to start all over again with the peanut butter packets and the top ramen. You know, it's ugly. Now, of course, I'm sure he was bailed out. I don't know the exact details and why exactly they were pulled over, but I can only imagine, you know, and it hits you when you least expect it. I remember a while back I got pulled over. It was fucked up. I was in a lane. I was stuck, right? And I seen a car go around. He was like, fuck you, man. I'm going to take a chance. And another car just was going to try to pull out in front of him, but I deboed him. Get up out of here, man, with the truck. What I didn't know, what he knew, what I found out was that was a cop. He was already going to chase the other guy, but I boogied on in front of his ass, right? And he bleeped me, right? Blurped me. So I got blurped, so I pull over on the side, man. He comes up, he goes, you stupid motherfucker. Hey, I had to chalk this one up. I was like, you got me. You got me. Hey, what can you say? You got me, right? I was like, you got me. I already have my license out and everything. This motherfucker's like, how stupid are you, bro? You see, I'm already going to get this guy, and then you do the same exact shit. I said, my bad, bro. You got me, right? I had to break out the license, insurance, all that. He was like, you were pretty straight up, bro. You were pretty real. Just let this be a learning lesson, man. Don't do that shit again. Don't cut in front of a cop. I said, man, you guys need to let motherfuckers know exactly who you are. It was a full-blown cop car. I didn't care, right? The fact is, you just never know when you're going to get popped. I got popped. Luckily, it was a decent cop, man. He let me go about my way just because, I was like, damn, bro. I didn't try to fight the feeling like a Too Short song. None of that. You got me. Now, with Lefty Gunplay in the booking picture, he didn't look too concerned. I'm sure he knew it was something simple. But let me say this. I don't know the laws in Texas, but I do know, man, they're a lot different. They give you a lot more time out there, right? And it's crazy that Lefty somehow tried to finesse. Hey, that's a convict right there. You got to give him the respect on that. Vato try to take that shit in there with them. Vato's like, fuck that. I need my scante. I need my fent pill. You got me fucked up, right? Especially with all the crazy shit going on in El Paso right now. I don't know what Lefty was doing over there on the frontera, but he probably had a concert in a local Outback steakhouse that they just could not miss. You know what I mean? Them $1,500 hit differently when you need it. But he did get arrested, and not being funny, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because I think drugs and the people you hang around with will be your demise. When you start to make some real money and you're in the industry, you need to hang around with people that got your best interests at heart. Put you a good security team around you, put you a good team around you, period. And look, at Lefty's the type, he needs a big brother. He needs that. He needs someone that can ride with him and be like, hey, bro, look, we're going to leave that shit in the hotel, bro. We don't need to be riding dirty. We don't need, look, you're not a gang. You're a gang member, homie, but you're not a gang banger. There's two different things. You're not out here looking for enemigos. You're out here in Texas, bro. Now, there has been a lot of shit going on in Texas lately concerning Lefty. A lot of people not feeling him over there because this guy, Juan Gotti, who was once part of the SPM camp, right, who was once part of that camp, has decided to put a standstill on Lefty's movement in Texas, meaning he's banned. How many times has Lefty been banned from somewhere and then he pops up there? I thought he was banned in Northern California. I see that motherfucker in Frisco on a scaffold twerking his shit. I don't know. All I know is he's banned from Texas, allegedly, supposedly, but that vato was wiggling. Now, Houston's a far ways away from El Paso, so Lefty's doing his thing. Now, is he going to get a lot of time? I doubt it. I doubt it, man. But again, introducing contraband is a pretty serious offense. It's a very serious offense. I remember I had a homeboy, man. I don't want to say his name because he's still wiggling. He's from Madera, though, right? And he had his thing going on. Every visit, man, he was hitting something different for a whole piece. Those that know what a piece is, they know what a piece is. I'm not going to explain it. But he was, hey, homie, he was hitting for 270, about 270 grams, homie, over. Right? He was hitting for a whole piece. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Pepe would be like, can I have a little piece of this? Can I have a little piece of that? Right? He was hitting for that piece, and his lady gets popped. And they were offering her 9 years. Now, I understand it was a lot more than I'm sure Lefty had on his person or whatever Lefty had, but still, and that's the state of California. That dude ended up taking the case for his old lady, and they ended up booking both of them. They booked her whammer, right? Next thing you know, she's in the slammer doing a whole lot of time, and her fucking old man got a whole bunch of time, too, for facilitating introducing contraband. That's different. I've seen a lot of people get busted in county jails where they make it in, and the cop's like, come here, sees a bulge sticking out the back of his asshole, and rips that motherfucker out, smells it, and then throws it in the corner, and it is what it is. But in this case, Lefty Gunplay did get charged. Now, this is a perfect example of your celebrity not counting. There's people that I'm sure get caught up that are in the Hollywood world or in the rap world, and we never even hear about it. It doesn't even make the front page of the newspaper. They're in, they're out. Next thing you know, 6 months later, they're showing you he beat a case. You're like, I didn't even know that motherfucker got caught up on that case, right? That's how that goes. But with Lefty, he doesn't have that type of star power yet. Just because you're on the #1 song in the world and you got four whole words on it, 4 adjectives, doesn't mean at any point in time, people are going to recognize you more than they're going to recognize Captain Crunch. It just ain't happening. But he did get arrested. And it's a serious matter because, you know, when they have to book you, I know about booking and releasing. I've done that many times in my life. But when you're literally getting booked in on a charge, right, in a whole different state, they might make an example out of you. Now, I've been noticing Lefty running around Texas. Is he doing it as a slap in one guy's whole ugly face? Or is he doing it because that's just where the money's taking him? I think the second door is the one we're going to enter. I think he's just out there doing promotional tours, doing concerts, making money. You know, you grind. When you're a West Coast rapper, you don't make it much past Texas. Texas is about the pinnacle of where you're going to get to until you start doing big, big things. Next, you know, you're in New York popping up. You're in Wisconsin or Florida or whatever. You know, Lefty's still waiting to get to Florida, I'm sure. But he's doing his thing. Is it breaking news that he's arrested? There's a lot of haters like, I hope they get him. Get him. No, but I will say this. What happens if Lefty does go to a cell with those tangos or does go to a cell with those tejanos, you know, having disrespected Texas on numerous occasions? You got to watch out, man. See, it's all good in your hood when you're in your hood, all good. But when you go to someone else's area, them rules don't apply anymore, bro. Now, people only know you for what you said last, not for what you said before. So I'm praying and hoping that Lefty Gunplay doesn't find himself in a situation around 4 big tejanos with hard pipa, because it's going to be a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? Discombobulate that. That shit will be crazy, scary, spooky.
And hilarious.
But I don't think he's going to, I think he probably got booked in, didn't even make it past the holding cell, used a roll of toilet paper for the head cushion and bounced up out of there. Now, he's still going to have to fight this case. And like I said, introduction of a foreign substance or anything into contraband into a facility, man. I don't know how it is in Texas, but I know in California, man, you can't do that shit. They be tripping off that, you know. So that's a pretty heavy charge. As far as not wearing a seatbelt and all that, Lefty, put your seatbelt on, dummy. You dumbass, put your seatbelt on, bro. Hey, bucket or, hey, what is it? Click it or tick it. Buckle it or fuckle it. You know what I mean? Whatever you're going to do, click it or tick it, bro. Like, I see people, they think it's cool. Like, they don't have their seatbelts on. Like, yeah, until they go flying through the windshield. Don't you shit on my seatbelt? Yeah, stupid ass. I had mine on. Got to get mine, so you got to get yours. It ain't no fun if the homie don't have one, right? Put your seatbelt on. You know, how dumb do you have to be to get arrested for not having your seatbelt on? Something as simple as just, come on, bro, that should be automatic here. You know, I remember back in the days in the early 90s, moms would throw a whole bunch of kids in the back. No seatbelts were all fucking just falling everywhere. And look at Chucky, like just Chucky fell. He knows. That's just how that was. But Lefty Gunplay was arrested in the state of Texas. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you think, this is just something simple, in and out, no big deal? Or do you think, those of you from Texas, you guys could, let us know. Do you think he's going to sit down for a minute? Now, of course, he bailed out. His bail was $35,000. And speaking of $35,000, wow. Why the fuck was his bail more
than Wes Watson?
I'll tell you guys right now, ain't that suspect? Ain't that weird? Ain't that a trip how Wes Watson could be seen on camera just literally fucking stomping the brain out of someone's head, right? Kicking him like Janikowski kicked a 72-yard field goal back in the days, but no one counted it, right? Just really handling business. Yet he gets a $5,000 bail. I ain't hating on him, but shit. Lefty Gunplay gets caught without his belt buckle on, without his seatbelt. Motherfucker, 10,000. He got more bail. More bail, a higher bail for not wearing a seatbelt than for not protecting himself than Wes Watson did. That's racist. That's something, huh? It ain't cool. Why the Mexican guy? Wait up. Franklin Scott Holiday isn't Mexican. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he kicks it with Mexicans, so you are who you, hey, the birds of a feather flock together, right? Oh, wait up. He kicks it with an Asian, too. Fuck it. We'll just call him Hmong at this point. He's a Mako, a Mode, and a Mopi. You guys already know what it is, and if you don't, go into the Hmong dictionary, and you'll find those as the 3 harshest words you could ever say Hmong. Look, I'll say this. I hope Lefty Gunplay is able to wiggle out of this one, but this is a perfect example of him ruining his own career over petty bullshit. It seems like drugs plays a factor heavily on his heart, man, and his mind. And, but he, it says on his book, he's a big boy, 6'1", 190 pounds. No, I thought Lefty was way smaller. Hey, he's doing better on drugs than a lot of people are doing in real life. I'm just saying, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying, fuck, man, whatever fucking thing he's on is making him gain weight. Look, whether Lefty Gunplay's in the mix like that or not, he did get arrested. And from what I know of being locked up, man, introducing contraband into an institution, it's not a good thing. You know, I think he was bailed out. I don't think he's going to do a lot of time, but he's wiggling in Texas. So Wangari, you can make a video on that. You're kicking people out of Texas. The first thing they're doing is pulling up. That means your word ain't shit. I don't know you like that, but I'm just saying they don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Now, I understand Houston is different, and he wasn't in Houston. Who says he wasn't on his way or wasn't there already? I don't know. Lefty Gunplay seems to me like the type of guy that he's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to wiggle where he wants to wiggle. Hey, the cop's like, you got anything on you? No. All of a sudden, they pull a fucking pack of Starburst out of the crack of his ass. We're going to come to find out he's going to be one of those Starburst, all blue flavor. You know what I mean? Because he's Southsider. You know, I don't know. Or it could be all the red ones because they taste better. Actually, the pink ones do, but you can't say that on YouTube because then they'll start judging you. Anyways, with that being said, Lefty Gunplay was arrested. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys feel. Shit happens, man. Like I said, a lot of the times we don't even hear about it. No one cares. But because it's Lefty Gunplay, it will become something bigger than it really is. I want to know who got arrested with them. You know, I only seen his booking sheet. I seen a few things. I'm sure Dubs is going to do a video on it, and I'm sure Rascal from Homie Hangout would get more in depth with the details of why exactly he got pulled over and all that. Yeah, I wasn't there, so I don't know shit other than he did get arrested over the weekend. He was booked in El Paso, Texas. I've been to El Paso. El Paso's no joke. I crossed over right there, the frontera. I went into Juarez. Juarez was no jokey, joke. It was fun, though. We had a good time until we didn't, and until the dog flavor got stuck in my tooth right here, and it smelled like Pitbull all week. I'm just saying. Anyways, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Is it a big deal Lefty Gunplay got caught up? Are you for it? Are you against it? I'm not for no man being incarcerated or locked up. I hate to see someone who's young and coming up and finally making noise, man, get shut down like that. But I'm sure, Lefty Gunplay's been arrested several times. We haven't even heard of it. This one we just caught wind of. It was like a fart that you didn't hear it, but we smelt it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of my own people and of all people. Make sure that you tap into Gunners Collective TV. Man, I'm dropping bangers over there. I dropped a good one this morning about the American Honduran. He continues to run his fucking laves. He continues to run his suck muscles. He likes to bump baking soda breath on the door when Gunner's not around. But Gunner's back. And guess what? I'm going to do things the way I want to do things and not the way you... I dropped a bag on you guys. A bag, $50 measly dollars. If you want it back, just let me know. I'll send it back to you, bro. That ain't even enough for a full tank of gas and a carton of eggs. So you just stop it. I dropped a bag on these guys. Well, thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you for sending me money to talk shit about a person for you that I was already going to talk shit about when I chose to. Thank you. Free money is good money. The gun, you know what it is. Bang, bang. Free Lefty Gunplay.